Hey Travel and Escape fans, we're in Vieux Quebec, quite possibly the most romantic quarter of all of Canada. And with chocolates and roses on everyone's mind this month, we thought it might be just the time to bring you Travel and Escape's original web series, Travel for Two. Ever wonder what it's like to not only travel the world, but to travel the world with the one you love? Well, as part of our special Valentine series this month, we're asking some of our favorite traveling duos from Canada and around the world what it's really like to live the dream. Every Tuesday this month, only on travel+escape.ca.
What's that expression, you know, nothing comes for easy, I don't know, there's some Hello.
Hello.
This is Megan.
And Mark.
From WeWander.ca.
And we're in Ottawa, Canada right now, in the snow.
We are home, where we started. Our website, WeWander.ca, is about our travels. We took a year and a half off to go travel the world, quit our jobs, picked up, sold everything we owned, and left with no plan to return.
And our travels were done as much as possible without taking any flights. So we took ships and trains and buses and foot travel and bikes and whatever we could do to not fly as much as possible. And we managed to do 15 months of travel with only one flight.
Mark and I met in university. We were both going to Carleton here in Ottawa, and we had a bunch of the same friends, and we just happened to meet and say stuff.
It was about 7.5 years before we started traveling that we were together, and after 7.5 years we decided there was no reason we couldn't do a long trip, and so we decided to do everything we could to make it happen, and we were able to get away for just over 15 months, and we're happy to say we're still together after that.
It was a good test. We figured the timing was great. We were both not quite 30, no real commitments to speak of, and so it was our best time to get away. Wherever we were, no matter how far we were in the world or in the middle of nowhere, how lost we were, I didn't find myself longing for home because Mark was with me the whole time. It was just a nice comfort alongside.
I would say that was the best part for me too. It just felt like wherever we were together was home. And the fact that we didn't actually have a home at all didn't seem to matter at all. We would absolutely recommend this type of travel to anyone who asks us, couple or otherwise. It was, without a doubt, the best decision we ever made in our lives. It brought us closer as a couple. It made us more aware of the world we live in, and it's made memories for us that we'll never forget. And I don't think that you can get the same kind of I don't know, breadth of experience out of any other endeavor. Really, traveling like this gives you opportunities and exposure to things that just you'll never come across in your day-to-day life unless you go out looking for them.
You just have to get on that plane or train or boat or bus and just go, and then you'll figure out the rest on the road. Really
good advice for couples traveling too is to take the same open-minded approach that you're bringing to travel to each other, and be open to each other's ideas and criticisms, and realize that being together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is truly a test of any relationship, and
yes,
it will expose you at your worst, and you need to be ready for that, and you need to understand that everyone has their worst days, but everyone has their best days too, and you just have to be happy for both of them.
Seems like I had all the worst days. Mark was just like the awesome, even, good, happy-go-lucky tempered guy the whole time. It's true.
It would be very difficult to talk about the most romantic moments in our travels without telling the story of when we made our return to Canada after 15 months on the road. And we were doing a short trip to the west of Canada to finish off our trip out in the mountains where I'm from originally. And we took a hike one day into one of the canyons near Canmore, where I'm from. And it was kind of the last day of Meghan's birthday celebration, and I had given her a gift every day for 30 days, and on this last 30th day, we went for a picnic in the canyon, and I surprised her with a ring and asked her to marry me. And she said yes, so even after 15 months on the road together, she still wanted to be my wife, which was...
I'm more surprised it's the other way around, that you still wanted to marry me, but it was such a surprise. And
so a year later, here we are in Ottawa again, and married now, and just as happy as we've ever been.
looking forward to our next adventure.